Triangles of the neck. The triangles of the neck are simply an organization method that parcels or compartmentalizes the vast amount of anatomic detail that is found in the anterior and lateral aspects of the neck into manageable and easy to remember study units. A trail map to the neck, if you like. So in this tutorial, we're going to be examining each of the triangles of the neck, and we're going to learn about the anatomical landmarks and structures that we can see in and around these triangles. When we're looking at the anatomy of the neck, we must remember that the neck can be divided into two symmetrical halves by the median line of the neck, which runs from the mandibular symphysis down to the manubrium of the sternum. So when we're looking at the triangles of the neck, don't forget, in most cases, there will be two of the same triangles, a left one and a right one. If we change to a lateral view of the neck and remove the skin, the platysma, and the superficial layer of deep cervical fascia, we can now get a better appreciation for the structures that bound and course within these triangles. The triangles of the neck can be divided into two main groups, the anterior triangle and the posterior triangle, where the point of division is at the sternocleidomastoid muscle, which is the big muscle that bulges out when you turn your head from side to side. We'll first discuss the anterior triangle of the neck, which encompasses the area of the neck seen here, highlighted in green. The anterior triangle is bordered laterally by the sternocleidomastoid muscle, whose muscle belly can be seen just here. And it's bordered medially by the median line of the neck, which we saw earlier, and superiorly by the body of the mandible, which makes up the lower jaw. And you can imagine that the apex of the anterior triangle is pointing towards the manubrium of the sternum. The anterior triangle of the neck is further divided into smaller triangles, the submandibular triangle, the submental triangle, the carotid triangle, and the muscular triangle, which will be discussed shortly. Let's now have a look at the submandibular triangle, which is situated inferior to the mandible, where the submandibular glands are located, just as the name suggests. The triangle is bordered superiorly by the mandible, and the anterior and posterior bellies of the digastric muscle. The floor of the submandibular triangle is made by the mylohyoid muscle, as well as the hyoglossus muscle, which also forms the floor of the oral cavity. The triangle is also covered by the skin, fascia, and the platysma, which is the thin superficial muscle of the neck. And the covering or the roof of all the triangles will be the same. The submandibular triangle contains many structures, therefore making it an important anatomical location.
This video